So next two important compounds of nitrogen after ammonia, nitrogen oxides. Again the preparation and properties of nitrogen oxides we will see. Oxides of nitrogen. Oxides of nitrogen. So nitrogen can form these oxides. This is nitrous oxide, nitric oxide, dinitrogen trioxide, nitrogen dioxide, or it will be present in the form of dimer N2O4 and N2O5. These five are the oxides of nitrogens. Now we will see their preparation and properties. First we will go with N2O, nitrous oxide. And this is nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide also called the laughing gas. It is also called laughing gas. Next, preparation. Only the basic preparation of nitrous oxide. This is important. Preparation of nitrous oxide. Ammonium nitrate. It can undergo thermal decomposition and it can give nitrous oxide. The basic difference, if you take instead of ammonium nitrate, if you take ammonium nitrite, this preparation we have done already. Ammonium nitrite can give the nitrogen, because here we have one extra oxygen, NO3. So if you take NO3, you will get here oxygen. If you take NO2, you will get only N2. This you should remember the difference, the thermal decomposition of ammonium nitrite and nitrate. Nitrite you will give the nitrogen only and nitrate can give the nitrous oxide. One preparation. This is important preparation, that is enough, you should remember. Next, some other properties of this nitrous oxide. It is a colorless gas. And it supports the combustion of some metals like metals and non-metals. Supports combustion of sulfur, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, some etc. Means like sulfur, if you treat with nitrous oxide, it can give sulfur dioxide and nitrogen. And similarly, magnesium, nitrous oxide, it can give the magnesium oxide, nitrogen, like this. It is a supporter for the combustion of these elements. Some other important points about this nitrous oxide. It can be used as a propellant, like kind of energy generator, used as propellant. For whipped ice cream. To make that porous structure, it can be used, nitrous oxide can be used as a propellant for this whipped ice cream, to make a froth, right. And also it can be used as a local anesthesia, in older days, not now, used as local anesthetic. These are few points you should remember about nitrous oxide. And the preparation is very important, and it is a laughing gas. And one more, nitrous oxide is a neutral gas. neutral oxide. This is also important. Laughing gas, it is a neutral oxide. Already we have discussed anyhow. It is a neutral oxide. Second type of nitrogen oxide, nitric oxide, NO. And this is nitric oxide. And the preparation of nitric oxide, so sodium nitrite, whatever is there in the NCERT, one example, one preparation, that is enough. Ferrous sulfate and sulfuric acid. Actually, this is the intermediate in the brown ring test. Yes, it can form as an intermediate in the brown ring test. Whether you take the nitrates or nitrite salts, that if you treat with sulfuric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid and ferrous salt, you will get nitric oxide. And this nitric oxide further can react with that iron complex. It can form brown ring complex. That part anyhow we will discuss later. Intermediate in the brown ring test. One of the reaction here, sodium nitrite or ferrous sulfate, it can give the nitric oxide apart from some other byproducts. This is one preparation method enough. Next, the properties of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a colorless gas, but very important, this is a neutral oxide, and it is paramagnetic in nature. This point is very important. It is a paramagnetic. Nitric oxide is paramagnetic in nature. One extra electron left over on that nitrogen present in the sp2 orbital. Third oxide of nitrogen, N2O3, nitrogen trioxide. Nitrogen trioxide. The preparation of nitrogen trioxide, nitric oxide, nitrogen dioxide or dimer of nitrogen dioxide, they can form this N2O3. This is one preparation method enough. And this N2O3 is the blue color solid. It is a blue solid, and when you react this nitrous acid, nitrogen trioxide with water, it can form nitrous acid. You will get nitrous acid. So hence this N2O3 is called anhydride of nitrous acid. Why? Because just if you remove the water molecule from HNO2, you will get back the reverse reaction. Removal of water means this N2O3 containing this water. So anhydride of nitrous acid. So N2O3 is acidic in nature, and these oxides, acidic oxide, when react with bases, they can form. Normally, if you dissolve in water, we will get nitrous acid. But when you treat with the bases, they form corresponding salts. So nitrous acid means nitrite salts. You will get here sodium nitrite. Same, plus the oxidation state. You will get nitrite salts. These few points about this nitrogen trioxide. Next, fourth type of nitrogen oxide, NO2, or this we can write as N2O4, nitrogen dioxide or dinitrogen tetroxide. Again, preparation of nitrogen dioxide, most of the cases metal nitrates, if you treat with concentrated nitric acid, nitrogen dioxide can be liberated. One of the example, lead nitrate on decomposition. Apart from these, metals can react with the concentrated nitric acid, they can liberate nitrogen dioxide also. That part anyhow we will see. This is one of the decomposition method. The properties of nitrogen dioxide, it is a brown color gas and paramagnetic in nature. And this point you should remember, brown and paramagnetic only for NO2. But it is in the dimerization form, there is no color, colorless and diamagnetic. So this nitrogen dioxide, can undergo dimerization. It will be like this: NO2 and N2O4. Here NO2 is a brown color gas and paramagnetic, but this N2O4 is a colorless and diamagnetic. This due to the presence of unpaired electron, single electron, it can show the paramagnetic behavior and color. But here these two single electron can undergo dimerization and then they'll form N2O4. Generally, this is occur. Just you cool it NO2, you will get N2O4. But N2O4 and heating or on hot condition, you will get NO2 back, monomer, and this is a dimer. So brown color is due to the NO2 and also it is due to the paramagnetic nature. The next, this nitrogen dioxide or dinitrogen tetroxide, you treat with water, you will get a mixture of HNO2 and HNO2. HNO2 and HNO2. 2 moles or dimer, you take N2O4 directly. So hence NO2 or N2O4 is called mixed anhydride, and this is called mixed anhydride. We are getting both nitrous and nitric acid, mixed anhydride. And this dimer form of NO2, it can undergo self ionization like this, and on self ionization it can form NO plus and NO3 minus. This is self ionization. And this NO plus is in acidic form, it will be present, and this NO3 form present in basic form. The self ionization of N2O4. So these are the few points about nitrogen dioxide. Next we will see the last nitrogen oxide, fifth one, nitrogen pentoxide, N2O5. Again, preparation of this N2O5. Nitric acid, if we treat with P4O10 or P2O5, dimer, the monomer of P4O10 is P2O5. You can give nitrogen pentoxide. Apart from that, you will get metaphosphoric acid. This is also very important. So when we will get this metaphosphoric acid, concentrated nitric acid, if we treat with this P2O5, you will get this metaphosphoric acid, and this is N2O5. The properties of N2O5 here, this is a colorless solid, and this N2O5, when you treat with water, you will get nitric acid, HNO3. So hence N2O5 is called anhydride of nitric acid. We can say it is an anhydride of nitric acid. So these are the few points about this N2O5. These are the preparation and properties of nitrogen oxides, oxides of nitrogen. So next will be the structure. The structures of oxides of nitrogen is important. Structures. First one, nitrous oxide, N2O. This is the structure of nitrous. It is a completely linear structure. The second one, nitric oxide, NO. It is N double bond O as one lone pair, and due to the presence of this single electron, it can show the paramagnetic behavior. The third one, N2O3. The structure of N2O3 is like this. We have two different structures for N2O3. This was asked already previous advance. One is direct link between the nitrogen. Anyhow, the maximum covalence for the nitrogen 4 only. Here nitrogen can show 4 bonds, and this is one lone pair. Or else we can write the structure like this: nitrogen oxygen nitrogen linkage. And these are the two structures for N2O3. Fourth one, NO2 or N2O4. Here the NO2 structure is like this. This is a structure of NO2. So this is a sp2 hybridization, and due to the presence of and here this is 2, 2, 3, and this is a single electron. Again, this single electron is responsible for the paramagnetic in nature. Again, this lone pair will present in sp2 hybridized orbital. It undergo sp2 hybridization, and sp2 hybridization, the presence of this electron means lone pair bond pair repulsions, and that causes the structure is angular in nature. It is angular or bent shape or V shape for NO2. This is very important. It is not a linear molecule. It is a non-linear molecule, angular in nature. Similarly, N2O4. The structure of N2O4, we have nitrogen-nitrogen bond, and this is a planar structure, N2O4, and there is no unpaired electron here. That is why this is a diamagnetic, and NO2, due to the presence of this single electron, it is a paramagnetic in nature, angular in shape. Next, the last one, N2O5. Structure of N2 is similar to the N2O4, but we have one nitrogen, oxygen, nitrogen bond. Remaining is the same. And this is structure of N2O5. Again, this is a planar molecule. Why? Because here also the nitrogen undergoes sp2 hybridization, and here also nitrogen undergo sp2 hybridization. So due to this sp2 hybridization, they are planar in nature. If it is sp3 only, you can see the tetrahedron, means 3-dimensional, and this is 2D geometries only, planar molecules. These are the structures of various oxides of nitrogen. Here, last 3 are very important: N2O3, NO2, N2O4, and N2O5.